Trump's 15-point ultimatum and the 4-day deadline, is the world moving toward a dangerous new war? There are moments in global politics when a single statement does not just affect one country, but shakes the entire world. Right now, the biggest trending topic is the 15-point ultimatum given to Iran by Donald Trump, along with a shocking deadline of just 4 days. This is not a normal political statement. It is a declaration that has once again pushed the relationship between the United States and Iran to one of the most dangerous points in recent history. Trump claims that he has sent a peace proposal to Iran. However, the conditions in that proposal are so strict that many experts believe Iran will never accept them. The most shocking part of this entire story is the warning that came with the proposal. Trump clearly stated that if Iran does not sign the agreement within 4 days, the United States will begin targeting Iran's entire energy sector and power infrastructure. This is not just a threat. It sounds more like the beginning of a potential war. Why did Trump make such a strong move? To understand the situation, we first need to understand why Donald Trump decided to make such a strong announcement. Trump has always been known for his aggressive political style and his tough stance on foreign policy. During his presidency, he took several strong actions against Iran, including withdrawing from the nuclear deal and imposing strict economic sanctions. Trump has always believed that Iran is one of the biggest threats to global stability. According to him, if Iran is not stopped now, it could eventually develop nuclear weapons. That is why this 15-point proposal focuses heavily on Iran's nuclear program. What is included in the 15-point proposal? Although the full details of the proposal have not been officially released, political analysts believe that the main condition is very clear. Iran must completely eliminate its nuclear facilities. The names that are being mentioned the most are Natanz and Fordo, which are considered to be the most important nuclear sites in Iran. Trump believes that unless these facilities are completely destroyed, the world cannot trust Iran. This raises a very important question. Would any country in the world agree to destroy its own most important military and scientific infrastructure? Most experts believe the answer is no. For Iran, its nuclear program is not just a project, it is a symbol of national security and power. The 4-day deadline, peace proposal or preparation for war. The most dangerous part of this situation is the 4-day deadline. In international politics, major agreements usually take months or even years to negotiate. But giving only 4 days clearly shows that this is not just a peace proposal, it is also a pressure strategy. Trump wants to show that he is a strong leader who is not afraid to take immediate action if a country refuses to follow American demands. However, many political analysts believe that this move could push the world closer to a major conflict. If Iran rejects the proposal, the United States may take military action. And if that happens, the consequences will not be limited to just 2 countries. What will Iran do now? The biggest question right now is, how will Iran respond to this ultimatum? For Iran, its nuclear program is deeply connected to national security. The country believes that without strong defense capabilities, it cannot protect itself from its enemies. That is why many experts believe Iran will not easily accept these conditions. If Iran accepts the proposal, it will lose one of its strongest strategic advantages. But if it rejects the proposal, it could face military action from the United States. In both cases, the situation becomes extremely dangerous. What will happen if the United States attacks? If the United States actually begins targeting Iran's energy sector and power plants, the impact will not be limited to Iran alone. The entire global economy could be affected. Iran is one of the world's major oil-producing countries. If its energy sector is damaged, global oil prices could rise dramatically. This would lead to higher inflation in many countries, economic instability, and possibly a global financial crisis. In addition, a military conflict between the United States and Iran could quickly involve other countries. This is why the entire world is watching this situation very carefully. Is this really a peace proposal or a deadly political trap? This brings us to the most important question. Does Trump really want peace, or is this a strategic move designed to trap Iran? Some people believe that Trump is trying to show strength and leadership. He wants to prove that the United States will not tolerate threats to its security. However, others believe this proposal is not about peace at all. Instead, it may be a political strategy designed to put Iran in a position where it cannot win. If Iran accepts the proposal, it loses its power. If it rejects the proposal, the United States gets a reason to take action. That is why many analysts are calling this a deadly trap. Why is the entire world worried? This situation does not only affect the United States and Iran. If a war begins between these two countries, the consequences will be global. Oil prices could rise sharply, global markets could crash, and many countries could face economic instability. In addition, a large-scale conflict could draw in other nations. What starts as a regional conflict could turn into a much larger geopolitical crisis. This is why the world is watching these 4 days very closely. Could the next 4 days change the future of the world? Right now, the world is standing at a very dangerous point. If no agreement is reached within these 4 days, the situation could escalate very quickly. Political experts believe that this is not just another political statement. It could be the beginning of a major global conflict. The next 4 days may decide whether the world moves toward peace or toward another dangerous war.